Hello, everybody. It's a bit loud. Let's turn it down. I hope you're having an amazing Thursday. Uh, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm tired. I predicted it yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna have all my classes the next day. I'm gonna be tired at the end of the day, and that is very true. But that does not mean at all we are going to stop doing textures. In fact, not only do we have some awesome plans for textures today, but I also have a surprise. We're gonna stop this song right here. And my friend Delano has been really helpful in trying to find music for this stream. And I just want to take a second to say that I appreciate him helping me out so much. And while I'm very, very worried of YouTube getting mad at me, they did encourage me to go about choosing this one game soundtrack. And I'm just gonna say, screw it. We're going to try playing this. If I get DMCA'd, we won't do it again. But with that being said, we're gonna switch over to some Stardew Valley music. Just to change up the stream, I'm gonna try my best, a New Year's resolution, if you will, to start incorporating more music into these streams. And we're gonna start off with some Stardew Valley because I played a little bit of the game, not a lot. In fact, I should really play it more. And I just realized that song is clipping my music thing. Regardless, shoutouts to Concerned Ape, the creator of not only Stardew Valley, but I believe so, right? But the soundtrack, and for making sure that his music is accessible to everyone. So with that being said, even though my little music thing does annoy me quite a bit, we're going to switch over to our main camera here. Awesome stuff. And yeah, so I hope everyone's having an amazing Thursday. Just typical work day. Friday's right around the corner, and then we have the weekend. So we have some awesome days lined up. And I said maybe today or tomorrow. I believe tomorrow I'll release the stream to Drawbox. It's gonna be Friday night, so we can have a longer stream if we need to. Yeah, I'm excited. So let's start off today with turning up our music first. I just realized you probably can't even hear the amazing Stardew Valley music. Awesome. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get started setting our 10-minute timer. A little bit of warm up. And yeah, and also sorry for the bit of a bump if you guys saw that earlier in the stream. For some odd reason, my OBS crashed. But we're back, so that's all that matters. Let's expand chat right here. I just realized the timer's already going. Oh, we need to get to it. But yeah. Also, I was thinking I really want to incorporate like intersections into my warm-ups, but also I don't know how to do this properly yet, so we'll wait up. That's kind of the thing with Drawbox is I want to pursue new topics, but at the same time, I understand that's foundational, and certain things build upon each other. So, for right now, I know it's good to go off and explore your own things and to test yourself, but at the same time, I don't want to mess up anything going forward. So I'm going to explore in my own time, but I'm not going to incorporate it as part of my warm-up, because if I'm doing it incorrectly, then I'm doing it as a warm-up. I'm doing something incorrectly as a warm-up. So, yeah. Also, I listened to an amazing song, and I'm just going to shout it out right now. Mystery Memory, Night Version. No clue who the artist is or anything about this, but good song. Yeah, also recommended too by our great friend Delano. I really like groovy songs, some tiny bit of bass in the background, like something. Oh man, I've heard this song. Sorry, yeah, I just recognize these songs now. But yeah, good music. If maybe one day, if I ever dabble in making music again, I'll make some stuff for my stream. But also, my roommate is quite talented. I don't like the word talented. He's quite skilled at making music. He's been practicing quite a bit, so I'd love to see his music on these streams as well one day. That's if he ever decides to finish it. Actually, no. He's practically. I bet he's practically finished. He just thinks it's not good enough, which I completely disagree with. And this comes from the perfectionist who yells at lines all day, so. Gotta keep my messages. I want to make sure I'm not annoying my roommates. Hey, thank you very much. Not that I'm loud or anything. In fact, I'm pretty sure most of them aren't here, but, trying to be mindful of their presence, and I should be a bit more mindful of the quality of my lines. They've been pretty confident, but I need to ghost more, as per usual. I really need to hammer that habit in. Maybe we'll do something over the days. And yeah, so, man, I should have saved all the easy textures for Friday once I reveal this to Drawbox. But yeah, I have a giant whiteboard above my setup, and I just have all my projects and things and schoolwork up there. And I recently just realized I don't have to put my textures on sticky notes, like of the textures I want to do, I could just write it up there. But yeah, I only have hard textures left up there as my ideas. Uh, and I mean, we have to pursue them at some time, so no more easy textures, quote unquote. What I define as a hard texture for me, what's difficult for me, is things with 3D form that overlaps. I'm really good with like indentations and embossed stuff and things like that. It's it's like scales or feathers, things like that. Hair, very unruly. Not many not much reason to it. Not many rules, or I should say, easily discernible rules. But yeah, this is now becoming a bit more of a habit. It's a bit difficult, or like I'm adjusting to my schedule now because last semester, like I said, I was always working on schoolwork all the time, and so to now spend almost 2 hours a day because I have to, after this, I have to set up the stream, then I have to make the thumbnail, and then I have to get the textures and all that. Uh, so like having this chunk out of my day is something definitely I'll need to adjust to. But I do love doing this, so there's no way I'm dropping it. Hopefully. We'll see how I feel after first exams happen, right? Which should be about near February. I just realized I did not check the convergence of these lines. I was just going about it willy-nilly. Yeah, this should have been here. Just like yesterday, I made the exact same mistake. Man, I need to stop yabbering about exams. Yeah, this is some pretty good music. Very glad it's here. Yeah, like I said, very tough day, just hopping from class to class. I forgot how annoying like an hour and a half lecture is. Or just like how painful it is to sit through at times. Especially as you get further into your college career, you get more tenured professors. And so they love talking. I mean, they're very knowledgeable, and half of them, just espouse pure gold, right? I think that's the word. But, man, if it isn't a tiny bit annoying, or not even annoying, just tedious, sitting through that. Good stuff. But yeah, sorry if I'm not too talkative today. I'm really hoping the best for that Drawbox stream too. Not that like infinite, like 4,000 people will peel in here, but that we can get some Drawbox students in here and also working very hard towards their texture goals or their 250 boxes or lines or 25 textures. Oh my gosh. It would be a bit strange to have someone who's like in lesson 5 in here. Man, I couldn't even imagine. We'll be there one day though, right? Man, I'm losing myself. There we go. Okay. Was Stardew Valley a one dev game, right? Like it was mainly just one guy? Very inspiring, if so. I'm a bit upset because for the hackathon coming up that I'm participating in, I have to kind of like stop development on my game project right now to like start warming up with the languages involved in that project. Which is one of the nerdiest things I think I've ever said. But two, it's weird because you learn all these programming languages and you learn to be good with them. Oof. Wow. Man, okay, we're checking this box. Let me pull out my favorite ruler. I finally found it. This box really upset me. To the point where we're correcting it. Never mind if I can't get my bag open. Jeez. So aggressive. Okay. We're gonna give a bit of a quick analysis. This was the ruler that I did my 250 box analysis with. So this one I like because transparent. I think transparent rulers are the way to go. So already this line still, even after my correction, didn't totally converge enough. This one was crooked, but even then, look at that. Yeah, always one line that's just completely off for me. Let's do over here. I will never be free of the box corrections. Yeah. So consistently one of my errors, what it looks like at least, is one, this is completely off. This is like one of the earlier errors I made. But also the line closest to this converges the fastest, and the line furthest, that's not the inside line, converges too late. Because you can even see that over here. This one converges faster than this one. So like nearer here. So that's something to keep in mind while doing my next box. Finally, it's a bit curved, but I'll use the points that it goes through. It's very humbling to see how curved that line was compared to a ruler. Oh, I'm about to sneeze, goodness. Wow, that was volatile. It was like holding it in while trying to click my mute button. That was very scary. This one was a bit okay, but then again, these didn't converge. Like, they weren't too crazy. So, let's do better in the next box. And man, yeah, I did think of like, oh, what if the name is too loud? Maybe I could like crop it. Here, wait, I have an idea. So, song name. What if I just did a little bit of this? Oh. Hopefully that doesn't break anything going forwards. But it looks like that works. Okay. Well, yeah, I really hope that doesn't break anything, but it's a creative solution at least. Tiny box. We always do very large boxes. Let's do a smaller one. Man, you know, I was cold earlier, but I think I'm gonna take off my jacket now. It is way too hot. Man, all kinds of distractions today. Anyways, apologies. Wow, working without a jacket on feels a bit strange, I'm not gonna lie. Feels like my arms have a weight lifted off of them. Okay, I tried to make this line converge quite nicely. Went to the school. I've been going to a personal gym, but went to my school's main gym today. It was a bit early, it was like 8 o'clock. Not horribly early, but you know, glad to see many new faces there. I hope it stays consistent every year. I do. It's kind of bad. I do keep like track of like who's showing up. I really hope that as many people as possible. I want to see a positive trend of people who make their New Year's resolutions. So great to see like consistent faces in the gym. This is practically right here. I was talking to a friend about this the other day, but I sound like a psychopath for saying this. Whenever I first started going to the gym, I would literally just go to the gym, not work out, and leave. Sometimes I'd like sit. They had like a little hangout area. I'd just sit there and talk to people. But like that just inspired the consistency of showing up. And then, you know, well, why not work out? I'm already there. So it's a bit strange, but I can't remember. I heard it as a recommendation from some like motivational fitness YouTuber, and hey, it worked. So I think this music is a tiny bit too upbeat for the stream today, and of course the tuna broke. Man, I have to download these songs for them to like not break, but the problem is I can't download every song. Maybe I'll just write my own plugin for OBS. Awesome stuff. That was a bit better. You know what, we'll grade this one too, and then we'll do some ellipses and get to it. We are taking a bit of our own time. And actually I'm gonna just reset the queue right here. There we go. Come on. There we go. Awesome stuff. Okay. Back to the first song. And of course, it's still not working. Okay, please don't crash. Please don't crash. So, don't restart tuna. That's the lesson today. I just crashed. So, yeah, cool. Okay, we're gonna grade this one and we're gonna get back to it. Yeah, okay. If tuna breaks today, we're just gonna let tuna break. That is a bit unfortunate. Don't know why it's just suddenly done this today. Maybe there's an update that I don't know about. Huh. Interesting. This looked decently. Yeah, it's a tiny bit of a margin error, but I don't think it's horrible. In fact, I'd say almost all of them converge within this region right here. Let's go back to the next line. Nope, this one was a bit off, but that's okay. If Uncomfy saw this, he would smack me. He would make me do the 250 box challenge again. Please, no. Uh-oh, that one converges so fast. And of course, and it's the closer one, and this one's all over the place. We should probably, man, my voice cracked right there, I apologize. We should probably revisit, I thought I fixed this. Oh man. Just gonna crop that a bit. There we go. I think I don't have to correct that for all of them, do I? Okay, no. Oh, perfect timing. Yeah, we're just doing our pumpkins today. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna combine these pumpkins. So this is a knucklehead pumpkin, and this is a... Oh, that's such a stupid name. It's like a Jack-be-lite pumpkin or something. It's like... Let me look at my history. It made me so mad seeing this pumpkin name. Jack Be Little. Yeah, Jack Be Little pumpkin. So we're combining a Jack Be Little pumpkin and a knucklehead pumpkin. And we'll just call it a knucklehead pumpkin because I like the form and I want to challenge myself in that regard. But yeah. Anyways, back to it. Do a tiny bit of ellipses, not as many as yesterday. We were in a little ellipse frenzy day. But yeah, my lines aren't as good today as usual. But that's fine. We're not here to make perfect lines. Pretty good ellipses so far, like right off the bat. Usually I have to warm up a tiny bit to get to here, but... Also, I put some tape markers on my desk. I've been trying to be a lot better about, keeping my thing in frame. Given my history, or given last stream. The desk I ordered has been delivered to the wrong location, so it's gonna be a couple streams before. Yeah. Man, these are some pretty solid ellipses. I never warmed up ellipses this much before I started doing these streams, so I've definitely seen a good improvement. Maybe one day I'll be able to do a perfect circle and impress all my friends. Be a good bar trick. Except we'll do a bigger one right here. Meh. Trying to bring my hand off the page again. It's okay. All of these were decent. Nothing too crazy going on here. So, without further ado, let's head to our textures. We did an... I almost made a doo-doo joke. Wow. Jeez. Sorry. Wow. So yeah, we that just threw me off so much. I don't know why. I apologize. That is so childish. We did our pumpkins yesterday. I'm not pulling out that reference page, but I did forget, like usual, to pull out my actual textures page. It's almost like we don't do this every day. So yeah, so far I'm liking it. We did the carrot yesterday, as well as the garlic, and I think that was it. Yeah, carrot and the garlic. And then, yeah, we started the study on the pumpkin. I'd just say let's redo, because we weren't really focused, so we'll redo the study of the pumpkin, specifically this one on screen today. And yeah, I'm gonna also move this forward a bit. Good stuff. Okay, and we're gonna try to stay in frame, ish. Yeah. Okay. So what's going on with this pumpkin? Yeah, and we did pick a location. I believe it was right here to be our pumpkin. So we'll copy that over and be one step closer to finishing this form. This form is finished. I'm purposely not showing the Kiwano melon, and I'm not too happy with the garlic, but it's better than nothing. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh goodness, this is a goofy song. Okay, I think we're switching back to the normal stream music for now. As much as I love it, it's a bit much. Oh well, this is just depressing compared to that. Okay. Anyways, back to it. And it's a bit louder than usual too. We'll bring it back to right there, maybe. Yeah. Anyways, back to it. I had my fun. So we're gonna do a somewhat copy of that form. Awesome stuff, wow. This is much larger compared to the one on the other page, but who cares? Oh, this is that song with the bird in the background, that annoying bird. Oh, and before we actually get started too, let's set our timer. I always forget to do that. Maybe I should automate it, who knows. I'm gonna take a quick water break before we get started. Also, I just realized the song name text is not... I know exactly why. Oh, jeez. Okay, it's because I cropped it too much, and so it just auto-adjusted. That's a bit unfortunate. So what we're gonna have to do is, there it is. Song name. Oh. Is it just not showing up? Uh-oh, this is not good. Did I broke it? I don't want to have to, uh-oh. Ah, here's the issue. Perfect. Fixed it easily. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick water break and then we'll get right into it. Man, I was dehydrated. That was some really good water. Anyways, let's get back to it. Set our hour timer. Awesome, let's go. So, what do we notice in this pumpkin? I was looking at my stream in like the really small preview, and I could just look right here. So, obviously, you know, the pumpkin, if we could do our mesh, why not? Let's do a little mesh. Let's do it correctly this time too. It's that easy, just do it right. So I'm gonna do one kind of like the form in here, it's getting away from us. We don't actually ever see the top. So it never, the contour ellipse never switches to the other side. It doesn't go like this, opposite to it. So the degree only decreases. So it's gonna be something like that-ish. This is not my best work, isn't it? That's just not good, but whatever. It's gonna give us a general gauge of what we want to do. This is just a rough sketch after all. So I'm gonna say the nearest line to us is this one. It's gonna kind of run along and go like this. So we can do one like this. That one would go over there-ish. Yeah. So these actually could be parts of the pumpkin. And what's essentially going on is we have... Oh, this is going to be cool to draw. We have these little crevices. Like this. And they're going to go along the pumpkin. And these V aren't actually V's in real life, but we're just approximating, right? And so, if we had light shining near the center, this part would be dark. Not much of this one, if any, would be dark. Maybe just a tiny bit of the inside. Worst case, right? And that's very barely. I'm kind of exaggerating here. Then, of course, over here, this part would be very dark. So we're assuming that there's like a light source here, and it can't go over these edges. This is pretty hard to see on this, but I think we'll continue. Also, one part about it too is that these lines, they go inwards, and we don't really emphasize that here. We kind of just go up. So it should be like this. So to do a better job, we'll go over here. Man, it just mirrors this music a bit louder than usual. I'm gonna turn it down just a tiny bit. We're gonna do this one. Less lines with our black pen this time. And we're actually gonna say this is ish the top of the pumpkin-ish. So yeah, our main line that runs through it all is gonna go like this. And yeah, we wanted to give it like this kind of form. See how it like curves right there before it goes up? We kind of want to repeat that going forward, so this one should go like that. And even though these aren't technically visible parts of the form, I'm going to cheat a little bit, and because that'll help inform the viewer. And actually, we're going to pull out our reference page from yesterday real quick. Sorry, I moved that. Because there was a realization that I want to double check that I made that I actually liked. Was it this page? No, it was the next one. Always keep your papers, guys, no matter how bad the art may be, or how bad you may think it is. Oh yeah, so this is exactly what I was hoping for. Move it right here. On our little green one right here, we made these discoveries. Arcing the bottom, just a tiny bit. The top was kind of a mistake, I remember that. But arcing the bottom gives us this illusion that it's actually... Whoa! Oh my gosh, I just sent that paper halfway across the room. I will be right back, I apologize. Man, I am so destructive, guys. Oof. I apologize. Okay. Let's get back to it. So we're going to repeat that here. We do have a... In fact, we'll do it with the green pen first, and then kind of bring it over there. So it's going to go like this. So that's going to be actually somewhat round. Actually, this one's going to be somewhat flat compared to us, and then it's going to get somewhat rounder because we're seeing that form stick out a bit. Like that, I think. I think that's how that works. And then these up here. Kind of the opposite, right? Because it's going to get thinner as it goes to the sides. So rounder, thinner, maybe. We'll experiment. Thank you very much. Kind of looks like a cactus, a tiny bit. And we've already drawn one of those though, so we can't do that again. sadly. I'd like to redo some textures if I could, but that's the perfectionist talking. So yeah, these we're not going to go too crazy on. So yeah, this is not as, I don't know, extended. And this one's gonna have a bit of a shadow, visibly right here. So yeah, this line would be somewhat invisible. It's a bit hard to see what I'm doing. Also, I'm gonna bring this out again, because yeah, the shadows get deeper over here. We did obviously a lot more curves as well, which probably helps out. Oh yeah, broken lines near the middle, so we'll do that. Let's do another one of these, and then I say we just bring it to the paper. We're looking pretty good already. So we'll do it. I can liked it in the middle, so we're gonna do that. I knew this one was gonna be bad, and I wasn't gonna say anything. I just manifested that. That's crazy. Okay, let's get back to it. That's just no. We're not committing to that. That's ridiculous. See, what was going on over there? I don't know. It'd also help if I actually drew the line like I'm supposed to, but I'm not gonna say anything. So, awesome stuff. This is still, man, okay, maybe we need to go back to basics for a tiny bit. Anyways, so we have our midline right here, and I'm kind of like just imagining the curves. Actually, technically, if this is getting further away from us, the ellipses would increase, right? But it's not technically doing that. No, the degree would increase, I'm sorry. Because in the actual paper, actually it's kind of just getting away from us. So this would get wider and wider, so each degree further and further away. Regardless, we are going to have this kind of line. So I'm gonna draw that center line a bit. It's gonna be dotted because it's one of the brightest ones. Not my best work. Need to move it more on camera today. I scoop back too much. I apologize. And of course it curves like we said before. I think we'll implement the lines and then worry a bit more about the curves. So like this line out here, which is going to be dark. I think the form is kind of messing with us a tiny bit too, but we'll deal with that in a bit. We'll halvesies that. And over here. Going bottom and then, or from top to bottom is a pretty good way to do it, in my opinion. And so yeah, now we have the bumps. So this is going to go like this mostly, and then that form's going to continue downwards. This one's I think the distance between where these lines are and where we end them is what gives us the ability to do these bumps actually. So yes, I already want to redo this one, but not for the reason that you think. Not because I think it's bad. So yeah, if it ends earlier on the sides, that would be better. So like it ends right here instead. Because each one's going to kind of visually stack on top of the other. Weird, but I see how it works. This one's going to have a little bit of a this on it. This one's barely. That one's still going to have some because it's not directly in the sunlight. This one's going to have a lot because it's quite in the shadows. And then we're gonna add some of the little I think they're called scabs, because there's another type of pumpkin that's French, which I'm not going to pronounce, that has a lot of these. They call them scabs. So that's what I'm gonna call it. Actually, that's a really gross word. I'm just calling bubbles. I don't know. Something less disgusting, right? And we're just gonna draw these. And remember, we're not drawing the form, we're drawing the cast shadow. So technically I should have left some room over here, like did the bumps like this, so it looks like it's sticking out. Yeah, we're just gonna say like the one straight ahead, maybe a couple lines here and there. And thicken that up a bit. And let's also, while we're at it, add the stem. Now the stem's kind of cool on these because if we zoom in a bit, it's almost like a churro, right? Just like a bendy churro. So it has a pretty like a diamond shape to it. So this one's gonna be pointing away, so we won't have much to do. I've just decided it's gonna point away. That's not really a. Actually, it could kind of point like this, so we can have a bit of a. Something like this. I like that. That's pretty cool. Bit harsh on the gradient, or like the rate at which we approach the shadow, but I think it's okay. Nice. And the line's probably a bit too straight, but eh. Do a bit of this. I don't want to add that many bumps. Yeah, I'm gonna just call them bumps. Why not? To it, but at the same time, and plus, not many bumps would be visible in the front because the light's facing it directly, right? But as we get over here, we're experiencing a bit of the same issue I had on the Quantum Melon, where I don't really have a set direction. I guess the light should be appearing from here, so there should be no shadows. Okay, declaration. This is intense because we're not letting the Kawano happen again. No shadows downwards. I forgot the W. Downwards. Okay, cool. We only want shadows this way. Which makes sense, because that's the only dimension. Not only are we only getting shadows from there, but yeah, so we want to basically, as an extension of this, we're going to create a form that's invisible. And then it will have a cast shadow. So let's say the sunlight's coming from right here. Here's some light source. So we'll have that immediate cast shadow from it. And then depending on the position of the object, we're going to extrude this a bit. And it will not be extruded. This extrusion direction is this way. It will not be down here. So that's just something to keep in mind as we go forward. We're not letting the Koano happen again. We're better than that. So for these little bumps, this one's almost okay. This one's really good. I like it. These, no, not acceptable. Maybe we could have some like this, but nothing straight downwards. So yeah, these are okay. I'm liking it already. And of course we can add little bumps to the form over here. Just be mindful of their size compared to the other stuff happening on the page. So yeah, this is passable. There's a bit of craziness going on up here. Crazy. We don't want whatever that was. So yeah, we did notice that the form looks better when instead of going all the way to the top, we stop and then add these bumps to it. And on the top, the further away it is, the flatter it gets. And the further away it gets on the bottom, the curvier it is. So flattens as we go this way. This one curves as we go this way. And let's just double check that theory. We'll do it where we have it flat right here, and then as we go away. Yeah, that just doesn't really make sense to me. Because if we curve down here and then flattened. Yeah, no. Like if it was from the same perspective as this, that just doesn't make sense. I don't know why. Oh, I get it, because like you're cutting through it. So at this point, you can only see this part of it, but if you did a cut, it would look like this. Just you'd have to look. Weird to explain. I'm starting to see how it works though. So that being said, very small space to work with, first of all. I say that we hop right into it, because we have a lot of time left, and I want to get some good textures in. I mean, we've made great progress in the past few days, so let's do it. Oh, goodness. Oh, wow. Okay, we are dropping every page. I don't have any desk to work with. I ran over my page with my chair. You can barely see it. In fact, I'm not even sure if you can, but there's just a good roller mark. Have I learned my lesson today? Yes, definitely. Am I very glad and thankful that it was not my textures page? Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's be thankful it wasn't my textures page. Let's keep our crumpled, disrespected reference page right next to us. And let's do our best. That's a bit disappointing. Alright, let's get to it. So, we first started by getting our closest line. We kind of have that displayed before us right there. So I can already kind of see it happening right here. I accidentally did a dotted line right there, and that was the correct thing to do. I completely forgot to do that. So we'll do some dotted lines. These will be thicker, of course. That's somewhat right. This is kind of like a bro trust me situation. But I see it. I am seeing it. And we start off flat in the middle. And we round it more and more. What a great observation to have yesterday. Let's make sure our lighting works. It somewhat does. We forgot to do our little bumps as a means to like, oh, we don't have to add it, but I think that's fine. A bit more there. Taking it up a bit. I'm trying to overdo it. Looks like a funnel cake or something. I don't know. We're gonna keep fighting though. Because this one had like the form set up for us, kind of, but even though it was rolled over. So yeah, we'll add in those little bumps now. So remember, we're only going one of two directions, and we're adhering to the contour of this form. That's probably why I don't like the look of it totally, is because it's not totally adhering to the ellipse, the contour. And also, the degree of even these little bumps are going to decrease as they get to the center. I'm trying to be very light with these newer ones. This is more of a knucklehead pumpkin than a Jack B. Quick. What is it? The jack-o'-lantern. Yep. I don't know. I'm no pumpkinologist. I think more is a tiny bit less than the situation, or every situation. Okay, let's be very careful with how we do this. I think I should have made it wider, but I'll take it. Pumpkin! Yay, knucklehead pumpkin. This is going to take up a lot of room. Let us kind of, I'm going to Google it to make sure I'm not misspelling it. Knucklehead pumpkin. We're doing pumpkin. Okay. Knucklehead. Let's do it. Very specific, huh? Probably could have done a bit more, honestly. Knucklehead is pretty voluminous in its dots. Okay, I'm gonna do it down here so I have enough room. Ooh, almost ran out of room. Pumpkin. There we go. Knucklehead pumpkin, another texture done. That makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 textures done. We're nearly halfway. Not only that, actually no, 10. We're not counting the Kiwano melon. I'll never forgive the Kiwano melon for it. And also, I want to revisit this one. I feel like we could do more with the shading there. I was being a bit scared and horrified at the idea of doing it. But yeah, anyways. And even this one, tiny bit. I'm happy with the carrot though, especially the artichoke. We spent a lot of time on, and definitely the waffle cone. How can you not like that one? Anyways, I'm gonna take a quick water break, and then we're going to get into our next texture. If all goes well today, we're going to rename the next stream to the Kiwano Redemption arc. Anyways, yeah, I'm just putting this page to the side. It upsets me so much that I just rolled over it like that. So, of my textures that remain, we have the garlic. No, we did that. We did the carrot. We did the knucklehead. Oh, we have not done the orange yet. It's gonna be a bit difficult, but I say we do the orange. Actually, it's gonna be a bit like the pumpkin. So let's pull up. We're gonna put on the BRB screen. Wrong one. Whoa. We're gonna put in the BRB screen real quick. while I pull up orange pictures from my Pinterest. I was gonna do a sponge, and maybe we will. That's still on the board, but you know. Okay, I only have one good picture of an orange. We'll drop that in there. Paste. Wonderful. Beautiful orange. Maybe this one? Oh, that's the Japanese orange. Okay, lots of Japanese. Very saturated. That is almost violently saturated. My eyes hurt. Why are these all cut into fours? Like, not just the, what's it called? Orange, but like, oh, this is gonna be a very helpful picture to have. But like the skin of the orange, they're cutting it into four. They're not even cutting it, they're just like peeling it into fours. Strange. Oh. Okay, well, this texture is super pixelated, but I'm gonna keep it because it's very informative. Okay, other than that, I think we're good. We did do a line, but it was only the inside. This one we're doing the outside. Finally, this one. Oh, this is gonna be very helpful. Okay, lots of references. Man, all the drawbox textures is just fruit, isn't it? That's what like everyone does. Okay, put this here. I'm trying to group all my like stuff in PureRef together because I'm a tiny bit OCD. Okay, back to it. Awesome stuff. So, looking at what we have here, zooming in, we have this one split into weirdly fours. It's not totally descriptive of what's going on, but you can kind of see these veins right here. Above you, tiny bit more quality. You can definitely see that there's going to be a dark texture right here. There's going to be a dark texture kind of going down the center, if not the vein. So veins will be dotted lines. These dark textures will be actual lines, or some mix. We're going to have a lot of the little orange hairs coming off of it. This one's really informative just for the three-dimensional shape. This one I was talking about being low quality, but it definitely gives you the shape of an orange peel, an orange slice. So that's helpful. And then finally we have this one, really good for detail. It's very very high quality. So you can get a bit of the inside, get a bit what the outside looks like. You have that like powdery citrus, powder on it. I guess I don't know. You always have these lines going down the center of it, either with this little peels or not. I don't know orange anatomy, so please don't be mean to me. But yeah, so finding a home for this one, we need a super round one. I was thinking either this one right here, which is close to what we're working on, or one of these, all the way up here. In fact, this one would probably be the best for it. Let's count our textures and see how many we have to work with. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 textures done so far, as we said earlier. Of our 11 textures, we want to go for 25, 26-ish. That's what Drawbox has. Last one we did like 30 something, so we're definitely overdue for some, but due? I don't know. But with that being said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, 5 left on these, making a total of 16. So we just need a total of 10 or less, or maybe 8 or 10 from this. So 1. Technically, this whole thing could be 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, we have plenty to work with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would be the optimal way of doing it, but that means we couldn't have an orange texture as easily as this. Yeah. I say this one's too small to do a singular texture right there. So we do the orange right here, something in there, this, but then that's too small. Bit of an issue. We also do have this one remaining, but that's not enough room to do anything meaningful. We'll bring the camera out a tiny bit. Hmm. Strategizing. Maybe we hold off on the oranges. Well, when are we gonna do it again, you know? Yeah, no matter how we cut it, ironically. Uh, is this one of my favorite songs? Oh no, it isn't. I just remember it a lot because I think it's the first song of this album. Oh, jeez, wow. I'm destructive today, guys. I am sorry. We could just have really elongated oranges. Like this one could just be a really long orange. And we'll like just not include a bit at the top. Screw it. Because the texture isn't confined to any specific shape, right? It just has form. And we can stretch and squish and squash it, I guess. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. So, yeah, we'll try to put the oranges right up here, this spot. It'll be very interesting, to say the least. Or, let's see, we also have a sponge texture. I'm not really sure how difficult it would just kind of be dots, right? Nothing too crazy. Looking here, let me look at it. Because I was just thinking like the, classic sponge. Like yellow and green one that you see everywhere. Oh my goodness, I'm about to cough. Ooh, jeez. There's also, there's also asparagus, which we could do, which would actually be it would be similar somewhat to the artichoke, but actually very similar to the artichoke. Oh, I'm not allowed to copy this? Oh, okay, I can. Yeah, so there is this image I saw earlier of sponges. But like, this would just be dots. It wouldn't be too... I guess like, this would be a bit difficult. I'm not sure where I would apply it. Wasting so much time just strategizing, theorizing, instead of drawing. I say we commit, and we do the dots for this. Okay, let's do it. And where will we do it? I say we finish up one of these, and we just do like this one, and like have a rim of it. Yeah, that delays the inevitable, so we'll do that. Very small texture today. I like these bigger textures. I want to implement more of those. And the top of the carrot, even though I messed it up yesterday, I think it's still survivable. It has survived. Realized my setup's all wrong. So we're going to copy over a bit of this form. Somewhat the same. Somewhat the same. Stuff. Okay, so continuing forward, bring my camera back down again. I'm doing this one small because I usually don't start off with them small, but I just realized this one has to have a circle texture inside of it too. Man, this one's gonna be a bit jam-packed. There's not much room to work with it. So how I would do this one, just like thinking about this normally, is I would do a bit of a broken line, whatever, and this is gonna have dots in it. These dots will represent the green part of the soap, and it would get a bit less dotted near the center. I have a bit of a frizzy kind of thing to it. And then to get back to being dotted over here. Going along the outside with these dots. You have a bit of that going on, and we can even make these sides just the tiniest bit darker. Then you're not going to have many holes in the inside up here. See, this is why I didn't totally want to do this texture, because it's not that crazy. The holes will become like more vertical as you go out and larger because they're darker. Yeah, no, I don't like this texture. I don't think it's a very good thing to do. So yeah, we're not going to do this texture. I hate to skip out on one, but yeah. Back to the oranges. Ah, there's just no good place to do the oranges, man. Unless we do the long orange. Call me crazy. No, don't call me crazy. Never mind, I'm not that crazy. I was gonna see if we could do the oranges a bit like segmented, like split apart. Kind of like this, actually. Just don't think we get that many points for creativity. Let's experiment, though. Oh, jeez, I wasn't holding down my paper. Well, that happened. Jeez. There we go. Wow, really good contours and a pretty good form, except for that and that. But, it's kind of like a dude stepping. Go. He's like leaned back and he's going, whoa. I don't know. It's my, I don't know. I don't know what that was. I don't want to call it creativity because that's just silly, but whatever. What's going on here? So, yeah, I was kind of thinking, so this is kind of like a mirrored version of what's going on my textures page, which is dangling, and I don't want another texture roadkill incident. But what I was thinking, yeah, this is a bit crazy, is I would have a form, kind of like my pumpkin. These do converge to a tip right here. So it'd be like this almost, and then it goes in. And I'd have another one right here. So they're like all separated. That's really thin, but you get the idea. And yeah, this one's probably a bit too thick. Yeah, like that perspective isn't totally working out. We're a bit of a texture impasse today. I was really hoping to get some more done, but it's totally fine if we can't too. We're definitely thinking critically about these textures. Those carrot slices, that would be fun too, but... Huh. I am kind of just scrolling through textures right now. I'd hate to, end today off with just doing such a tiny texture and not that much work. Plus, what's it called? Pinterest is kind of failing me on the texture side. I've been doing a lot of anatomy off camera because I am a bit self-conscious about my anatomy. But with that being said, it's giving me a lot of like studies and references, which look cool. There's a lot of cool action poses and stuff, but it has kind of given up on giving me you know what? Okay. This was one of my difficult textures, but I say we start analyzing it now. we are going to start approaching one of my 3 future difficult textures, which may be a raspberry, fur or hair, or hair, or feathers. And I think raspberry is the easiest one for me to approach right now. So what we're going to do, raspberry. The devil. This one actually gives very good, oh wait. Oh, it's digital artwork, so I'm not sure if I'm allowed to reference from that. Or many of these. Can I reference, is this one digital artwork? That's a really good drawing on their part. I think this one, yeah, stock image, okay. Yeah, very pixelated though, I don't necessarily want that. This is kind of one of those times too where I wish I was digital so I could just take these images and trace over them to like show, hey, this is where a shadow would appear, to give some really, really good analysis. So yeah, look at all the textures we have so far, but I was thinking about this. Raspberry. Oh, this is good, pretty good. Oh, this is a very helpful picture. And someone tagged this quite well as well. Good on them. Oh man, now I'm getting the good reference images. This is going to be very difficult. But that doesn't mean it won't be fun, nor does it mean I won't be able to accomplish it. I'm taking all of the reference images for myself. These are all mine. So without further ado, I will not finish it this stream, most likely, unless some miracle happens. But I'm pretty sure this is all the same, like, yeah, no, except for this one. Anyways, let us start looking at these and deciding how we want to approach this. This isn't really one you can easily analyze by a box or like, you know, a simple quick sketch. You gonna focus? Come on. Uh-oh. Every day with this camera. It is a great camera, I won't lie. Yeah, it's just maxed out right now. That's ridiculous. Okay, cool. Wrong side. I guess it's kind of just like a go at it thing, because what it is, it's a bunch of spheres stacked on top of each other and partially intersecting each other, like kind of, not really. I mean, none of them intersect, just that's another way of thinking. Like this kind of looks like it intersects with that or something. But it actually bends instead of intersecting, like a nice solid line. This one's pretty informative. Same thing with these. Basically, you have these round forms that kind of stick out. You stack them on each other. That'll be a good idea, stacking them. They kind of do have this dotted line across them. They kind of look like hearts almost. And then you have the shade between them and then a tiny bit above them because, you know, light is coming from this direction, obviously. So it's reaching everything but the side of this. A bit of right there, a bit of the side of this one. So first off, let's pick where we'd want to do this. Then again, we don't really have a round form, like I said before. We could okay, you know what? Next stream we'll do the orange here. And we're going to practice the orange for the rest of the stream, because I think this is fine enough. Yeah, okay, doing the orange right there. I've decided. Ah, but then, my lack of conviction is almost infuriating. There's an ad on Pinterest that's really annoying me off the side. And we've completely lost focus too. This is what I let my... Come on. What are you doing? Why are you going all the way to 250? Unacceptable. Right there-ish. Nice. Oh, roommates are yelling once again. Hopefully that isn't annoying you guys, I apologize. They're having such fun last night. I hope they're having the same kind of fun today. So, why is this such a hard decision? We could put something down there too. And do this and that. Oh, jeez. I should have really planned this out way before the stream. Um, yeah, because if I do this one, that means this one also has to be sliced like that. So we're basically gonna have this again, which increases my amount of texture several fold. Ah, man. You know what? We'll do the orange right there. We'll focus up. We've been going easy at it. Let's focus up, attempt an orange right here. We're gonna go back to him. And then next stream, we may consider the raspberry. Let's not stress ourselves out. We'll find a way to fit it to that form. So for now, we're gonna analyze a singular orange slice. And we have the perfect one to do that. We have one of these. So the inside is practically a line. Like that. And then going from there, we have our curve. Kind of like an apple slice. And you know what? So it's facing away from us a tiny bit. So if like it was completely on its side right here, we rotated it a tiny bit towards us. Still seems a bit skinny. I think it's because this should like decrease a bit more. Like this should go like this and then out. That would give it the illusion that's whatever. So yeah, because it is a tiny bit wider. Let's do one of those side views. And a top view would kind of look like. Actually, if we're gonna do a true projection, then it would look like this on the side. It would kind of look like just a baseball field. Uh-oh. Hey, awesome. Got some good news on text. That's always great to see. Sorry for all the distractions today. But hey, when friends and family call, you know. So what I'm seeing here with a lot of these is we have the white rind, which kind of like, is that the right word for it? And it kind of goes down like this in the center, kind of like this, and then the edges are rounded. Like that. What else is happening here? It is a bit more like this, yeah. Then we have, following that, we have these white, so it kind of goes like this in the center, dotted line a bit. All right, and then we have this on top as well. Then between there, it's a bit hard to see. Let's see how close my camera can get without losing complete detail. I think I have it on manual. Yeah, let's see. Oh wow, look at that. It's actually keeping a lot of the detail in there. Awesome. Okay, so with that being said, man, this is so cool. Like, look how big my pin is to that. Okay. And then we have the lines between them, right? I mean, kind of just stretches out from there. So, like this. So we'll do that. Doesn't go that high. This is looking like a weird croissant worm thing. Why? It kind of has like these bumps to it. Not like bumps, but segments. This is just making it look more worm-like. This is awful. Huh. This looks like just a demented croissant. What am I missing? We do have the little hairs that come off of it too. That's not doing it much justice, if anything. Oops. Yeah, they're connected. They don't really do that. Oof. What is going on here? Let's try this again. Sometimes in art or in just in anything, you kind of just have to keep hitting it until it works. I don't want that to be the philosophy here, but I feel like that may be true. We'll go back to our bigger one. We'll set our focus back to auto because I'm moving the camera around so much. Oh, okay, I deactivated the camera. You want to configure it, not deactivate it. Set it back to about 40. Get really nice and sharp there, perfect. Awesome. Let's go back to this. Not feeling too good about it. I did say I was tired today, so maybe it's just a lack of focus, but looks like more like a peach. Give that light line going down the center. Which did not go down the actual center of this. Man, I'm not with it today. Where's my orange? There. A lot more rounded, I've decided. That's one part that's missing. Almost like a lima bean. Okay, that's a bit too rounded. Dang it. Right there, maybe. What is happening? Where are we? What are we doing? I'm copying one of them now. I'm that desperate. I'm just trying to observe and capture what I can. What makes an orange an orange? I just heard the loudest noise emanate from my roommates. I have no idea what that was. I'm honestly a bit scared. Huh. Who knows? See, this looks like some kind of like alien plant. I mean, it looks like something, don't get me wrong. But yeah, this doesn't look like something. Something, yeah, it just looks like some horrible creature from like an alien game or something like that, I don't know. I don't want to say, hey, let's leave this one here, but it's starting to look a lot like that. Oh. Yeah, this is just horrifying to look at. I'm not making it any better. Jeez. It has been almost eerily quiet ever since I heard that large noise down from my roommates. I don't know. I don't know what just happened. Okay. I'm upset. This is so rough. You know what? 3 minutes left. We're gonna do a Frankenbox and call it that. I hate looking. It bothers me. It's not even that it's bad. It just bothers me. So yeah, we have some stuff to figure out next stream. How we're gonna do our next textures, what we want to do, and it's our Drawbox unveiling stream. So we gotta come up with something. However, I'm not too worried. We will try our best regardless, and if we have to put a couple textures on the page that aren't as amazing as the ones that we've put down so far, that's okay. So long as we press ourselves to learn and continuously thrive to be better, I think we'll be fine. That's the whole point of Drawbox, that's the whole point of art, so I'm not too worried. It is a bit intimidating seeing other Drawbox art submitted by other people, especially less than 2 textures, and it to be leagues ahead of you, but at this point I've just stopped caring. There will be people better than me. And that perfectionist inside of me that wants to do a texture 100 times before I put it on the page isn't gonna win, so. That's just gonna how it's gonna be, I guess. There is a possibility that I don't stream tomorrow. My friends were looking for a bit of a, hey, welcome back to school dinner, but we'll see. If anything, it may be a tiny bit delayed. Also, it's a Friday, so many people may be out. We shall see, huh? It's a therapy box. After those alien oranges and whatever's happening there, I just want to kind of go back to Monkey and do something simple. You know what? I'm gonna call it here. We have 43 seconds left. Still part of drawing. Yeah, we didn't get as much done today. It's a bit disappointing, but regardless, we'll do a review. So starting off, lines meh, nothing too crazy here. Yeah, my lines definitely improved as I went through the day. And once again, my ellipses are looking great. Just what constant practice does. I do need to revisit boxes though, because my convergence is kind of all over the place. Other than running this paper over with my chair. Pretty good estimation of the larger pumpkin. I kind of wish we did this on a larger one, like up here, but these forms and how I structured them is making it a bit difficult. I may have to just revisit how I think about these textures and how I approach them, because, I mean, no form's going to be perfect for what I want to draw, and I shouldn't stress myself over that too much. But other than that, really good analysis on these. You know, these are going to be bumpier because we're looking at it from underneath than these. Because these are closer to our vision, these are further away, so the degree is going to be larger. Yeah, we kind of even noticed that here. And then we did revisit over here, just to revisit that math, that kind of idea. We put it on the page, and then we just struggled for the past, like, 30 minutes. Coming up with this texture to draw, but that's okay. Not every day is perfect, not every day you have 100% optimal whatever. In fact, I don't even care for this page too much. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Sorry that it was a bit underwhelming and there was a lot of things of me throwing things and stuff like that. Hey, just one of those days. We all have that. So that being said, hopefully next stream, oh wow, really pulled that camera. Next stream is the hopeful Drawbox stream. Nothing too crazy. I mean, I'm just expecting maybe a couple more viewers, if I'm lucky. And regardless, the stream will still happen if I don't go out with my friends. I do have one off day a week, so we'll see when I apply that. Saturday and Sunday are typically pretty easy to do stuff, and I'll get all my homework out of the way. So typically just good days, you know, prepping, doing things I love. Regardless, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.